The banks. The banks are worried. The first person to worry is the banks. And the banks are feeding them money to keep building. Now the banks are going to say, okay, pull the file, let's see what we got here. And they're going to say, oh, shit, these properties are not valued at what we thought they were going to be valued at. So therefore, the banks are going to get worried. They're going to have too much LTV tied against the property. You know what LTV is, right? Loan to value, very good. And the banks are going to come in and say, wait a minute, we got to come up with some other plan here. What are you going to do? And there's always verbiage in your loan documents that say the bank has the right to come in and reappraise the property. And if the property is not worth what it was when they loaned you the money, cough up, baby, cough up. And if the guy ain't got nothing to cough, you gotta get rid of it.
But now I think a lot of people are assuming the Fed's going to step in because they don't want to be raising interest rates at the same time that the economy is crashing, at the same time that inflation is crashing.
It's not a Fed issue. The banks don't want to sit there like what happened in 08.
Right.
What happened in 08 and crashed was that the banks are sitting on all these goddamn properties, all these loans, and that's the value of the bank. The banks only work with loans on those are their assets. The bank is sitting there with a $10 million loan when the property's only worth $8 million or $10 million even, that they're 100% leveraged. No bank wants to be 100% leveraged. So it's a crazy market we're in. But hopefully, they'll top off, stop raising these damn rates, and maybe we'll see them stabilize down around 5 or so. I think is reasonable. I think the party days are over. I was borrowing money you don't want to know. I was borrowing money on a 1-month LIBOR. 1-month LIBOR was practically zero. The bank was charging me 1.5%. I was borrowing hundreds of millions of dollars at one time at 1.5 or 6% interest only.
Now, couldn't you negotiate that lower? Because I negotiated 0.9 plus, so whatever SOFR is plus 9.
When?
Recently.
Yeah, but it's a whole other world.
A few months
about
ago,
what happened a year ago.
A year ago,
or a year and a half ago. I was borrowing money for less than 2% on hundreds of millions of dollars of commercial real estate. Now I'm paying over 6 because now they got rid of LIBOR because it was crooked and we were at SOFA. And they also have something called BSBY. But SOFA rate is like what now? It's crazy.
Now it's high. But,
4 something, 5.
But it used to be
if it's 5 now,
I
know. But if it's 5 now, and I'm paying 1.5 on top of it, I'm paying 6.5.
Yeah.
Right now, I guarantee you, I'm paying out from just a year ago $6 million more a year in interest payments. And that's strict interest, no principal. $500,000 a month I got to come out of my pocket. Hey, since you're loaded over there, can you make me a loan, Chubby? All right, so 10%. That's basically the life we're in. What am I going to do, cry? No, I'm going to sell off a bunch of toys and sell off some assets that don't make sense, cash flowing no more, and try to get my hands on a bunch of cash because the bargains are coming. They're coming, believe me.
Now, I take it you're still cash flowing enough, though, because you got to be around
working for the
8%.
bank. I'm working for the employees, and I'm working for the bank. I got 800 employees with the hotels and all the other bullshit. I'm working for the employees, and I'm working for the bank. I'm not cash flowing. What little I'm cash flowing probably doesn't even pay my goddamn wife's freaking credit card bill. I don't know. But anyway, no, I'm not. I gotta sell assets. And then sell them to somebody else that's willing to sit there and own something with no real cash flow, or they want to tie a bunch of cash in real estate because they're in 1031.
So what happened in the meantime then? Was it just like adjustable rate stuff that you borrowed on, or did you take on new loans?
I didn't fix my rate. I was a big, fat, greedy pig, and I didn't know the party was going to be over.
You didn't refinance when the rates were low?
Okay, I played the market. Whatever LIBOR was or SOFA, I paid a bank a spread on whatever that rate is, and that rate changes daily. Okay? And the rate was low for years and years and years. Okay? So I just, whatever the rate was, you said it was 2.9 or something, 0.2. Okay? I was paying a couple of percent for hundreds of millions of dollars. I could have fixed it at 3.
For how
I could
long?
have paid it. Well, with me,
5 to 7 years?
Long. It depends on a lease. Every asset's different in commercial real estate. If it's a Home Depot that has another 15 years on it, they'll go out 15 years.
Really? Wow.
If you have the money like I do to back it up. I mean, let's face it, banks loan money to people that have money. They give the best rates to the people that don't need it.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so basically, I could have fixed my rates, paid an extra point. Let's say I was at 2. I could have paid an extra point and fixed it off at 3. Instead, now I'm paying 6. So I got greedy. I should have said, you know what? The shit could hit the fan. Let me pay an extra point. It would have cost me an extra couple of million a year, but it protects me. Well, now I got no protection, and now I'm paying $6 million a year. So